Hello
everyone, welcome back to the Sexual Free Thought Society Weekly Podcast. We were not at all talking about injecting things into penises. That would be weird. And what's great is now the hangout has started. I just said something very strange. Check out the Spreaker to find out. Okay, so we were talking about the beginnings of consequences of religious upbringing when it comes to sexual awakening or oppression or whatever.
Teen pregnancy.
Fun statistics. The more religious a society is, the worse off they are when it comes to various societal ills.
Teen pregnancy.
And that includes teen pregnancy.
Wait, why?
Our country is really, there were tops on, teen pregnancy, abortions, what is it? There's a whole list.
STD rates?
Possibly, but I'm not sure.
Isn't that contradictory?
No, but the idea is you'd think.
No, it's not.
No, you see, here's how you raise a sexually mature society. You don't hide it from anyone.
Well, we do that all the time.
Yeah, and look what happens.
We also confuse them in our society.
Well,
one minute we'll tell people you can't go around having sex with everybody, it's really bad, and then the next minute we'll show a woman licking a toaster on a commercial.
Yeah, that's the thing that I was gonna bring up. They had that Hardee's commercial where the woman was licking a cheeseburger, very essentially.
This is why I don't have cable, and for very good reason.
Me either.
I have
YouTube.
YouTube. I look up some stuff.
Not just stupid,
reason.
borderline disturbing.
Actually, I just come across it on Reddit because it's there. You know.
You basically described every Reddit user ever.
Yeah.
I was on Reddit.
And it was there.
Because it was there. Alright, I would like to remind everyone this is the call-in chat portion. If anybody feels they have strong opinions on sexual oppression, rights of women, child rearing when it comes to sexuality and religion, then call right away. We are on Skype, Drexel Free Thought, all one word. You can also email us at drexfreethought@gmail.com. Join us on the live chat on Spreaker, or join us on the live chat in the, I was going to say Home Guard, but that's a comic.
Home Guard?
Home stuff.
Hangout, thank you. The Hangout page that is also live right now.
I don't even know what that is.
Comics, don't worry about it.
Earthworm dumb.
That's gross, man. You're gross.
Poop.
You're gross too.
It don't matter.
Everyone's terrible. I'm planning on having a show at 9 tonight, just for my YouTube channel on a Hangout, and I'm gonna have no viewers and just talk to myself for an hour. It's gonna be weird.
Unless you learn YouTube SEO, then you might become really popular.
I would love to become popular, but this is the first time I'm doing a live show, so doubt it.
Yeah. Well, learn some search engine optimization first, then do that.
What? Do the show's called Sprite, boobs.
Yeah, and the thumbnail.
Search optimization.
The thumbnail has to be a woman with gigantic breasts and everything, and guys will click on it and be like, oh, it's just some guy
talking about
This is the opposite of what I wanted.
But once they view, it can't be deleted.
Wait, does that mean that
Yes,
if
it
you click
can.
on boring ads, you'll get taken to links with hot chicks?
No.
Because
Don't
if you
click on
the
boring
links,
ads.
Okay, I guess, damn
Damn it, Steve. This is why you're not part of the marketing department.
I just thought that's a good idea.
But that's the thing. The whole marketing department thing again is like this country.
Okay, before we go into some other tangent, what do you think of the way religion is sold to people when it comes to sexuality?
Hey, look! If you join our religion, you'll be shamed for having sex. Come join us.
How it's sold to people, not what they actually
Honestly,
do.
I don't think it's a selling point because.
No, you see, the way that I see it is purity is the thing that is sold to people.
Purity. Oh yes.
Be abstinent, you'll stay pure.
Purity rate.
Unless you're
Instead
married.
of being sullied by penis juices.
Wow.
Really?
That is so.
Hey,
This is for men and women.
Hey, it works the other way around too.
Men get sullied.
We get sullied by vagina juice.
Thank you, Steve.
That's amazing.
I now realize how weird that is hearing someone else say it. I'm sorry, Izzy.
Izzy's
How does it
racist
feel?
anyways.
Kind of odd.
She's racist?
What?
Why do you accuse
What
everybody of
are
being
you
racist?
Izzy, I like and respect you as an individual.
Thank you. I like and respect you as well.
That's nice, thank you.
But
So anyway,
why is she racist?
when was Izzy racist?
Yeah, I'm really confused about this.
So how it's sold to, so how religion is sold to people.
No, I always hear it as some form of purity. Like, you must keep your chastity intact.
it's
and then,
it's a dirty world out there.
yeah, and you can't. But this is what's so bad about it, though, is like the first time you do the do, you need to be with like I highly recommend be with someone you trust and actually care about. If you have no idea like how to handle sexual feelings, then you're basically never going to end up with someone that you like and care about. Because they'll just be like, I have this weird urge in my pants to be around that person. I should follow this urge. I mean, seriously, like if you don't know how to like parse this like purely sexual feelings with emotional ones, you're gonna think they're the same thing.
Well, I think sexuality in our culture is generally messed up. I mean, we have a giant population who's Christian and very sexually repressed, but at the same time, we're constantly being bombarded by this marketing
Yeah,
bullshit.
but they have no idea. They have no idea what it means.
But then they
They're like,
relate-
why is that girl eating that cheeseburger so
No,
weirdly?
or
Why
they
is she
relate
weird with her
sexuality with buying stuff. So therefore, it perpetrates this whole idea of, oh, I saw that sexual thing on TV. They don't
Let's
even
see.
know what it is,
I
and
actually-
they're like, let's buy
No.
stuff.
I think that can
Even
only,
though you don't even need
I think
it
that
or
can
want
only
it.
happen with improper sexual education because I'm bombarded with the same bullshit.
Well, I'm saying,
and it doesn't affect me at
well,
all.
what do you think
'Cause
the
you have common
Christian
sense.
right is trying to do? They're trying to get sexual education out of public schools.
Car
I mean,
commercials.
what's that?
Car commercials. Have you noticed a lot of car
Oh, yeah.
commercials? There's especially
Yes.
if it's like a
No, wait.
If it's a sports car, if it's a
Richard was
sports
on a
car.
good point. Let him finish that. Then we'll go to car commercials.
Sure, go ahead.
I mean, you have all the religious right trying to get the sex education out of like middle school and stuff, and then they spin it around and they say, oh no, they're teaching kids how to masturbate when they're 8 years old, which is completely BS. And then they have it so you can't have sexual education in private schools, which is totally all right because that's a private school, but it's not funded by our taxpayer money. If you're going to go to a public school, then you are going to
Yeah, I would
get actual sexual education.
And then I would stand outside of the private schools and say, like, I'm not going to finish that sentence. I was about to say, it's like, this is what a penis looks like. And I was going to say, hold up a sign while I'm fully clothed, internet people. I realize how badly that sentence was formed.
Wow.
This is what a penis looks like. Zip.
No,
On this
I
sign
think
that I'm holding.
I think maybe the reason why there are so many, and I might be completely wrong in this assertion, but why there are so many sexual assaults against males and females is because of our sexually repressive nature that we get from these religious
I have to
institutions.
argue partially. I probably like I don't want to say like accidental assault because that just sounds stupid. But the kind where it's like a couple is together and they can't like figure out what each other actually wants, and then the guy is too forceful and the girl doesn't want it but can't say it. Really mixed up kind of emotions. I think those kind of situations where both parties leave it feeling really like depressed and really upset about the situation.
So misunderstanding of thresholds.
Yes, I think that will happen. But most sexual assault has to do with power.
Yeah, and then
it doesn't have anything to do with sexual.
Well, yeah, I agree with you there, but also we have this messed up culture where it's like two conflicting views. One, it's like, sex is bad all the way, and another one where it's like sex is like the only thing that matters. Like that one Blurred Lines video that I actually saw, I'm like, this is disgusting. No wonder there's so many feminists in the world.
I know you.
Like,
I mean,
I know you.
this is so stupid.
Well, I don't know, because my milkshakes do bring the boys to the yard.
And
they're like-
they're better than you.
Izzy, put your shirt back
You're racist.
on. Izzy's fully clothed. Okay.
She's racist because she's fully clothed.
What? racist? I'm really curious about
That's
that.
what we want to know. Is
He calls
I'm
us
sorry.
racist all the time too. So.
I actually no. I didn't even go.
So right, I'm sexist as well. So.
that's not? Why are you saying that? Like you're? Don't worry about it. I'm also sexist.
So it's like
It's kind of like don't worry. I also beat people.
I'm being
So
sarcastic.
do you guys think that our society is confused? Because again, like Richie was saying, you have all these guys saying, no, don't have sex, don't do this, maintain your purity, blah, blah, blah. But then you look at a clothing commercial, there's a chick dancing around all seductively. There's a guy, with big muscles and everything, putting on Axe and chicks rubbing up on him and everything. And people are like, yeah, I want that to happen. Or even worse, there'll be products where it'll be like, hey.
I've been missing some commercials.
Can I interject something?
Wait, hold on.
Okay.
The car commercial will subtly tell you, if you don't have this car, you won't get laid. And that's what sells guys. It's like, I know chicks are going to do
They see this is where I have to disagree, because I think that only works when people don't think about it at all, and I don't think sexual education has anything to do with that,
It just has to do with stupidity,
or not even stupidity, just ignorance and.
Oh, people really do tie these things together.
Can I interject?
Sure.
Men who are listening, please do not wear Axe body spray. You're not doing a favor to anybody.
Did you say ass bodies?
Actually,
Axe.
I had a girlfriend that liked
Actually,
Axe body.
the
It does
only
smell like
problem
ass,
with that is that.
One person at a time.
Actually, the only problem with Axe body spray is that people think that they can go without washing their clothes, and they spray it without.
Then you have the lovely BO axe, and the rotten food axe, all the lovely flavors that we all just love so much.
I need the Louis
And-
C.K. cologne for average men.
And you see, like, nothing is more awesome than being in a locker room in high school with 4 people with different types of axe.
Ugh.
That's just awesome.
No, it's even better. Duct taping the handle or the thing of an axe. You know the thing that you press
Yes,
the
I
axe
know
down?
it.
Duct taping it down and throwing it into a locker room,
Oh,
and it'll be like a grenade, and it'll just constantly spray.
I'm pretty
it
sure
out.
you could actually get arrested for that.
Really?
Yeah,
You can
because
light
what
axe
if
on
somebody-
Well, we did that in high school, but we didn't light it on fire.
Oh, that would be wicked.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do not suggest this.
Really bad.
Never do this, internet people.
Translation, do it.
Don't listen to Steve, other translation.
Yeah, that would be really bad if someone was smoking in that locker room and then the whole entire place exploded.
Who smokes in locker rooms?
Yeah, everyone knows that you go by the sidewalk of Haverford High School and smoke.
Yeah. The whole entire bathroom was blue. You remember that?
Yeah.
Humans do stupid
Actually,
things,
I'm
especially when
older
it
than
comes to
you,
sex.
so maybe not.
Wait, what's blue mean?
It's blue with the haze,
Of smoke.
the smoke.
Smoke isn't blue.
No, I mean the light.
You have weird lights.
It's a high
because
school,
we're
what do you
at Haverford
expect?
High school.
Amazing, figurine light structures.
No, it's a high school. It's the most
Oh.
depressing place you could ever go to.
When does your butler come in and get you new cigarettes?
I don't know
Actually,
what kind of high
I
school
never
you
even
went
went
to,
to
Bob,
Haverford
but-
High School.
And
Just
then
the
they give
middle
you
school.
they
That's
give you a
weird.
plate of pancakes, and then you sit in their lap and eat them.
Do they wipe your butt for you too?
No, that would be gross.
Oh.
I don't know what school you went to, but
Sure.
our
We
butlers
have
only
the-
give us food.
he was
We
Cheryl
have
so
the
high.
little popper with the bathroom mitts after you get out.
What the hell are bathroom mints?
After you get out, you have to freshen your breath.
Because clearly that's the part.
What were you doing in the bathroom, Richard?
I will never tell. I'm just kidding.
All right, this show's getting disgusting. I just had a nasty picture. I don't know why anymore.
Please elaborate.
Never elaborate.
Oh.
I'm not elaborating anything.
I
I
think this is
never
why all the
said
girls
that.
leave. We can only bear to be a 1 week person.
Oh yeah, you
at a
haven't
time.
joined in on this whatsoever.
Yeah, David, put us back on topic, please.
All right.
I've been relatively clean.
Congratulations.
She has been tamed.
You
Lie.
are the cleanest of the free thought swine.
Swine?
Anyway, I'm saying we're pigs.
I am not a porcine.
I am not a swine.
I love pigs.
Shut up.
They're so cute.
If you call me bacon, I'll be
They are
offended.
No. Now, why do you think religious groups are so like singular? Like we've talked a lot about the reasons that you control like birth, because that's kind of obvious. Like control the little youngins, they're the new followers, they perpetuate the religion. That's we get that.
Liquid baby.
But then why is there such an obsession with controlling masturbation? Like clearly the person's not using it to get more children out.
Because the Bible says so.
That feels
Because
good.
One person.
If you masturbate, then that awakens sexuality.
Now why is that bad?
Because then you might go and have sex.
Why is that bad?
No, I
That's
already
it.
have the answer. Because the Bible says so.
No,
Precisely.
it doesn't, for one.
I thought,
But that's what
I thought
they
you said
say.
it does.
No, that's
Does
the
anything-
story they claim, and that's why I said, like, my interpretation seems to make way more sense. Obey God. That's the point of the lesson.
Anything.
But they co-opted.
Anything
But
that.
why? Why did they co-opt it? Because obviously you can get whatever out of the Bible that you feel like. So you have to ask, why is this one specifically something they
And
like?
what makes masturbation so horrible?
Because
for them?
anything
Yeah.
that feels good is obviously a sin in Christianity or any other religion.
Hedonism, maybe.
Well, don't you ever listen to Ray Comfort? You know, everyone.
Who would ever listen to
anyone,
Ray
anyone who looks at someone with at a person with lust is an adulterer at heart.
Ray discomfort.
And adultery is one of the 10 Commandments.
Now you see, this is why,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I've never actually looked that passage up, and I won't be surprised if it doesn't exist. But the whole looking at a woman with lust means you committed adultery in your heart. But what does that even mean?
It is one of the
It
7
means
deadly
you
sins,
committed
isn't it?
adultery.
No, wait, what does it mean to look after a woman with lust?
I've
To
wondered
look
the
at
same
her
thing.
with horny eyes.
Okay, so this is what you're supposed to do. Look at men with lust, but only have sex with women. I just solved the Bible, guys.
What?
I just solved the Bible.
Oh, okay.
Well, why would you want to have sex with women if you're eyeing up the guys?
Pretend they're women.
I think maybe
Okay, so
they
you're
want-
looking at girly guys. You're
No,
looking
it's
at
like,
cross-dressers.
it's like Dante, I especially like your boobs today.
North.
You are on camera, by the way.
None. Depressed.
It's okay, we didn't have any viewers right now.
Why, thank you, David.
Great, so all those weird faces were on.
It's being recorded! This will be online forever! Control yourself!
Now people want to. I was doing all those weird faces for nothing. Oh man, thanks a lot. I appreciate it.
Okay. I had to.
Whatever. If you're comfortable with your masculinity,
Yes, I am.
then whatever, do as you please. Just keep it clean.
Clean.
Anyway, what were you saying?
What was I saying? I don't know.
I know that. Yeah. So I solved the Bible. I know how to get away with everything.
So define
Let's all
lust.
go home.
So how do we define lust? Just
Well,
purely
like
sexual?
apparently, according to Ray Comfort, it's
Ray
Who is the authority of all things religious?
sexual.
He is. According to it's looking at somebody and wanting to be with them sexually.
What does that mean?
So just picturing
Do I have
yourself.
sex with them, or can I just use my hands?
So you're
Right.
imagining having sex with this person, basically.
Yeah.
Is there positions that I'm not allowed to think about?
You're not supposed to.
These are things I really want to
You're not
ask Ray
supposed to be thinking
Comfort.
about sex at all.
No, I really want to be on camera asking these questions to Ray Comfort. It's
Well-
like, excuse me, Mr. Comfort, am I allowed to use my hands on a lady that I'm sexually attracted to, or is that not allowed?
Am I allowed to think about anything but missionary position?
And if I do, is that worse or better? What if I'm using protection? Does that make it a worse sin?
Yes.
To think about having sex with a woman with a condom? Like,
What if I
Just
think
in
about
your
having sex with a
mind,
man?
yeah, what if you
have
think
that.
about it, but don't do it?
Thought crime.
Not until you're married.
Anyone who looks
though.
at lust, someone with lust is
an
is
adulterer.
an adulterer.
What if I think about it, but don't look at them?
What if you,
What if
yeah,
I
what if you
think
think
about
about
it?
a random, just random person?
No, what if it's about a single person, but you're not actively looking at them? You just glance, then look away, then think about it.
What if you
Well,
dream
what
about
if you
them?
think about them when they're not there?
We are getting so many loopholes in this particular thing.
Well, I mean, like, saw Kirk Cameron doing one of these one time.
Another brilliant individual that has every right to discuss sexuality.
What a polymath.
This guy was asking him, and he's just like, well, like sometimes it's kind of automatic, like what if you see like a really attractive woman on TV, and you're just like, wow, that's a really attractive woman. And he's like, I mean, are you married? Does that ever happen to you? And he's like, well, yes. He's like, but I don't actively lust after that woman.
Then define lust after.
I think you actually have to picture you having sex with them.
Well, how does anybody
Do you
know?
know how mentally taxing that would be if I did that with everyone I ever see?
Yeah, how does anybody know what exactly?
Yeah, exactly. Like,
You must spot. These are the Ray Comfort guidelines. I have them printed out from the internet.
Wait,
I mean,
I figured it out.
I think about Joseph Gordon-Levitt sometimes. I mean, he's a very attractive young man,
I figured it out.
Thank you, Izzy.
I figured it out. God knows, and that's all that matters.
Damn it, Dante, you solved the Bible again.
Yeah.
You should be thinking about Jesus, Izzy, not Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, if I think about Jesus sexually, do I go to hell?
You guys are being extremely facetious.
Good old-fashioned blasphemy.
Because Jesus is an
Blasphemy is a
extremely-
Blasphemy is a victimless crime.
Jesus is an extremely jealous individual. He's apparently the only one that you're supposed to lustfully think about.
But
Ray
like,
Comfort says that blasphemy is
is-
very serious.
no, I actually heard like an awesome interpretation of the whole like lie with a man thing.
Really?
I don't know the actual Latin that's used, but it might actually be referring to a man should not be submissive to another man as a woman is submissive to a man.
Okay.
Like that could be a way that it was supposed to be translated.
Or maybe a man is not.
So that's the
supposed-
idea: is God does not approve of women, of like men being submissive to women.
Or-
It's misogynistic as hell, but it's not homophobic.
Or maybe a man is not actually supposed to just lie down in the same bed as a man without actually doing anything. So
No,
Maybe
no.
a man.
No, I mean, if you're gonna lie down
not
next to
allowed to
someone,
actually
you
lie
better-
down in the same
Guys,
bed
no,
as
still my favorite one is you're not supposed to lie to men, like lie to them. As
Yeah, that's
you
what I was
lie.
gonna say.
Actually, my
You
personal
don't
No.
lie with men.
Bros before hoes, man.
So you're not allowed to lie in the same
It's the
room as a
biblical
person
bros
who is
before
male.
hoes.
Actually, I
Wow.
personally like, it's like, because the thing is like, it was like, if you do so, you'll be stoned or something. Well, yeah, stoned. I mean, you just have to be hot. You just have to be stoned in order to have sex with a guy. I mean,
There's always that double meaning, isn't there?
Oh, there's some people in the chat. I apologize. I didn't even notice.
Hello, chat guys, people, ladies, aliens,
It's
things,
ears.
ears.
IHR.
Oh, racist.
Error.
I think that's just your like token insult. Like, oh, if I don't like somebody, I'm gonna call them a racist. You're racist.
one time he was driving us home and he called a street racist. I think.
Street racist.
It is
Yeah,
white.
You said, this is, or you said something like that car is racist and that
Oh,
sign
yeah,
is racist.
Yeah, internet people. Just real quick, I have a tendency to make fun of people who turn to race. As far as whenever they're feeling
Bad.
wronged.
Sad.
I just think it's ridiculous that everybody.
It's
turns
because I'm
to
black,
race.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, Izzy, it's because you're black.
Darn white people always ruining my shit.
Technically, I mean, if you go back far enough, then
We're all hairy and like olive colored.
yep.
I don't know what our ancestors looked like.
If not skin color, then what will we judge each other by?
Probably our thoughts and actions like losers.
Oops.
Those are so hard to see.
Well, at least it's not sexuality.
That would
Oh, wait,
actually
it is.
take some intelligence,
Oh,
unfortunately.
actually,
people don't
that
have.
is a thing. Sexuality. What's with the gays? Why did religion hate them so much?
Because
Is
of
it-
that
is it-
whole Bible verse.
No, okay, so again, it's why do they choose that Bible verse to take literally and not the other 400 things that come after
Because
it?
they're a scapegoat,
That's different.
That's probably what I would probably agree. Is I think that homosexual people are just a scapegoat now.
So they're like the Jews.
It's the gay.
They're like the Jews then.
Yeah, the reason we have problems in society is because we let gays have rights.
Gays cause earthquakes.
There's
That's what they
always
think.
a scapegoat in society.
Just like in Nazi Germany.
Yeah.
Had to say it. Had to say it.
Darwin's law.
We're so close.
At least it wasn't Poe's law.
What's
Poe's
Yeah,
law?
and that's the thing. I
What is
mean,
Poe's law?
we're saying, oh,
When you talk about
gays
Edgar Allan Poe,
doing
I guess.
stuff when we don't actually look.
Keep going.
These people say, oh, the gays are doing this, so therefore everything is wrong, when we don't actually like to look at ourselves and saying, maybe I'm part of the reason why society is in decline in some way is because I'm not actually doing something that I should be doing. Or actually investigating the actual problem which you're proposing and actually figuring out the actual reason why the problem is happening instead of saying, oh, gay people, obviously that's the cause of all our problems because I'm not intelligent enough to actually look at the facts.
So it's
Well, it's
projection.
just like-
So I have to project my own hatreds upon people who just happen to like a person of the same gender.
Well, it's just like, why did Hurricane Katrina happen?
Because of gay
Because you touch yourself at night.
Well, about Izzy?
Actually, I think we just figured out the whole point of all of this nonsense. Of the obsession of masturbation, the obsession over sex, the obsession over everything.
What?
We have to blame something other than ourselves for our problems.
Lack of responsibility.
I think we just won religion.
So you're saying we come up with arbitrary things?
Yes.
Yeah, arbitrary things justified
blame
by a holy
ourselves.
book. Yeah, justified by the holy book, and then blame those things for all of our problems. Like the reasons that children are so messed up is because they're obsessed with sex.
So it's not because of the parents.
And it's not because the parents actually, I don't know, put the belt to them or anything else like that, or always yelled at them whenever they questioned their authority in some sort of way. No,
All right,
obviously
all right.
it's sex.
So one of our viewers that I will remain nameless unless they want to be named. Damn, if I had the power to create hurricanes by beating off, damn.
Wow.
How do you know that you don't?
Yeah. You might be the cause of all hurricanes.
Well, by the way, to answer Izzy's question earlier, Poe's law is when the parody is extremely difficult to differentiate from something that's considered extremist.
For
So
example,
it's kind of like somebody pretending to be a Christian that hates gay people, and you can't tell that they're pretending. Because it's indistinguishable from a normal person that happens to hate gay
In
people.
fact, it makes the point that they're equally ridiculous. Then again, religion kind of does that a lot.
It was Chaz, by the way, who said that.
Oh, Chaz. Oh, there you go.
Anyway.
It's a whole-
But yeah, that's the idea, is I think people are trying to... A lack of understanding of what is causing social ills.
Projection.
Their projection. Their holy book gives justification to arbitrary nonsense. Like Chaz brings up, the book was written before they chose these things, so yeah. So they use the book to justify the things that they now claim are ordained by God is why they're horrible. And then there you go. No more responsibility.
Cool.
It's the original scapegoating.
It's a shortcut. You know?
Or maybe it's like-
it's intellectual facility. That's what it is. I
Back to
don't
the
want
whole-
to figure this out, so I'm just going to create something.
Back to the whole creating. I mean, not creating. I lost my train of thought.
Conjuring.
Back to the whole not liking gay people thing.
Yes, Steve, go on.
I was gonna say, maybe it's because these people are insecure about their own sexuality.
Possibly.
Maybe it's because they're actually gay.
Or they don't understand it.
oh man, if Cassie were here right now, she would like beat your butt.
Why?
What? Why?
Because like she's really big on that. Like she, because all these people are like, oh, the reason why Fred Phelps hates gays so much is he's secretly gay, and she's like, well, no, and she's really big on this. She's like, a KKK member doesn't hate a black person because he's secretly black, or so, like. I mean,
That's a really good counterpoint.
Very
yeah,
true.
and like she's like she would freaking beat your butt right now. Not literally, but.
No, but I mean,
Oh,
no, I wouldn't say as a blanket thing that all people that hate a group hate them because they're secretly that thing.
No, I didn't mean that at all.
But,
I'm just
but
saying
there's the
maybe
idea,
some of them.
but there's an idea like sexuality is different than race. Like if you can't
see it.
repress your race.
I must not be white.
It's like I will not be white, and then just melanin seeps out of my skin.
I must not act white.
Just put on
around
makeup
these
every
people.
single day.
Yeah, you're not a
Because
chameleon.
like that would be the thing. If you actually try to repress your race, you'd have to like do
Not act
stuff.
white.
That, if you wanted to repress your sexuality, you just have to push it back into the back of your head.
Also,
And that is the thing that causes the stress to lash out and all that nonsense.
there's also a thing with a lot of people who are, I mean, for the lack of a better word, conservatives, and they have this idea that the entire reason why the United States is failing is because of poor people. And then they say, oh, it's poor people, it's poor people.
Is it poor people's fault? Why
Well,
don't they just get some jobs?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
No, I'm saying that conservatives do this, and I'm saying that everyone does this in some sort of form. People who don't like black people, they'll be like, oh, darn black people, because they're not intelligent enough to actually understand anything. So they're using their own stupidity and their own prejudice to perpetuate an idea that some sort of certain group of people cause all the problems.
So they're projecting their own stupidity onto black people.
Yeah, everyone.
That's great.
There's a lot of
Actually,
The whole
do you
tool
see-
that
if-
is used
if
for
anyone is-
division.
No, I mean, like, if anyone has ever argued with a religious person for more than 10 minutes, it's all about projection. It's just like, evolution is just a belief. No, yours is just a belief.
All this
You
stuff.
can easily just counterattack.
All this.
Homosexuality is a choice. No, your religion is a choice.
All this stuff with homosexuals did this, or black people did this, or white people did this, or whatever, is just a way to basically divide people into tiny little groups so nothing ever actually gets done for the betterment of mankind. And instead of actually understanding, no, we're all the same, people will come up with some sort of division goal and say, oh no, it's because of these people that things don't get better.
I think my
I think you
biggest
should only talk in that voice.
Oh yeah.
my biggest fear is that even if we were to eliminate this anti-sexuality, homosexuality, race, and all this stuff, we would just find something else to hate.
We might just fall back on
I
it.
know that sounds so
I
cynical, but I know that sounds very cynical, but that is like, we just like to be with certain groups.
I actually read somewhere, like, apparently that's kind of how we're wired. We're wired to separate ourselves into tiny groups and stuff instead of, like, just joining with the masses or whatever. Because it's all about,
Tribalism.
yeah, tribalism, precisely.
But
Like,
it's
I was looking for the
ironic,
word. It's like,
isn't it?
it's
No,
like,
you see, you can adopt tribalism.
yeah, we have
Like,
to,
we created nationality.
yeah.
Which is basically giant
Yeah.
tribalism.
Yeah, like, there has to be, like, in our minds, like, our brains are wired to make an us and a them.
So do you know what we could do?
What?
At least it'll help us for a while.
What?
People from Earth and people not from Earth. This will help for a while until aliens.
You know,
I would be
it's
segregated
funny that
heavily.
you say that because, I say that, tribalism is stupid and everything, but I think everyone does it. I mean, I do it to some extent. I call myself a libertarian, which I know I really shouldn't label myself with anything because I'm completely against labels. I don't call myself Asperger, I don't say I have Asperger's or bipolar.
Say that like
no,
once
I
a
do.
week.
I do.
It's like a menu for it.
No, but I don't say like I'm white or something like that just because, I want to divide
I think you said it
myself.
like twice this conversation.
Okay. Never mind.
Everyone labels themselves in some way. The deal is that when you do label yourself, you don't exactly hate what's directly opposite of you.
But you also
I label myself David McDevitt. That's why I hate my enemy.
David McDevitt.
And that's why I'll be like, how do you say David McDevitt backwards?
Mix and play.
my
My sword enemy.
My first name backwards is Drake here.
Drake here.
It's kind of wicked.
Ella
sounding.
Basie.
Yeah.
What?
Ella
Interesting.
That sounds like a stage name.
Ella Basie? Yes.
Yeah. It sounds like you mean sparklers of some kind.
That's your alternate ego.
Or is it L basic? It might be L.
Oh, that could be.
It might be L basic.
Whatever your
It
first
doesn't-
name is backwards
Since you're going
is
to-
your alternate ego.
Since you're going to LA, that could be a porn star name.
Oh God. No, I've actually picked one out already. So.
Oh, and you get
Oh,
so
really?
offended at me if I even suggest the notion of
No,
not doing
I
that.
picked out a stripper name already. If my life ever takes that turn.
I suggest against it, but I will respect your choices.
Wait, I have an honest question. It's going to sound really silly. Why is it that when it comes to religion, especially with Christianity guys, why are they so stringent with sex rules for people, but not for animals?
Because we're better
Because
than animals.
animals are mindless creatures that are
Well, animals don't have
inferior.
religion.
And it's like completely different than us.
Because you know humans aren't actually animals.
No, we're special. We are God's special creation.
Unlike all the other animals. I want so much for some like evolutionary biologist, and we learn like a whole bunch about like the great apes and figure out that there actually is a religion in different great ape cultures.
There probably is.
I would be so happy if someone discovered that, because it's just like, we're not special. Shut up.
The religion
I'm
of the
pretty sure
dolphins.
chimps have
The Ukagog
You see
is
them
the
like all
god.
bowing down to like the great oak tree or something.
No, I mean like wouldn't even have to
The
be
giant
complicated, but like the idea of like worshiping, giving up resources for no reason to superstitious ideas. We already demonstrated that animals have superstitious behavior.
They do.
The Skinner experiments. He did stuff with pigeons.
Okay.
You could basically you could trick a pigeon into thinking that a certain action makes a certain outcome. It was like there was a seed dispenser,
operant learning.
and yes, there was a seed dispenser, and at first, if you pecked a button, a seed would come out and be like, "Hey, food." But then at one point, it would be like every 5 times you click the button, the bird would learn it. But then it would happen randomly, like for no reason. And then the bird at one point would look over its shoulder before it clicked the button, and then a thing fell out. And it would be like, whatever. But then, through pure chance, it happens again when it looks over its shoulder. And then every single time, it'll continue looking over its shoulder and clicking the button.
It's because the animals tend to
But
look...
this is what we do. This is why we have, like, superstitious beliefs.
Well, I was just gonna say that animals and humans, which are animals, they tend to find patterns where there usually isn't any patterns.
You find meaning
we do
in
that
meaningless
with-
patterns.
We do that with everything.
Oh, what's the word that I keep forgetting? Seeing faces and stuff? There's a word for it.
What?
There is a word.
I know what you're talking about.
The tendency for humans to see faces everywhere.
Freedom
Yeah,
of facial.
yeah, I've heard of that
Faces.
before. I don't know what it's called, but I know what you're talking about.
Oh, is that why people see like? So they say like random like human faces, like they saw a ghost or something. Or?
No, I've heard, like look at the have you ever seen like a plug or
pareidolia.
whatever? Like
It's
if
called
you see, like
pareidolia.
people see the face, like they'll see the 2 eyes, and then they'll see like a outfit.
Oh.
Like, people see faces and
that.
things.
Apparently there was a hollow mask experiment where, you know, if you turn a hollow mask where it's hollow, you tend to see like the face.
It becomes 3D
But-
somehow.
But
Because our eyes are stupid.
but it's funny because
Or our brains are stupid.
people with schizophrenia and schizotypal disorders won't do that because their brain isn't wired to see a face and everything.
Oh, that's crazy.
I have a perfect example before we get back on topic. Have any of you ever heard of the movie Duel? It was a movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, with Dennis Weaver, and he was being chased by the giant truck.
Yes.
There's a reason why they picked that giant truck.
Does it look like it has a face?
It looks like it has a face. Like they actually lined up several trucks. And Steven Spielberg is one of his first movies.
It was
walked around,
his first.
and he was like,
TV
"I want
movie.
that truck." He was like, "Why?" It was like they had 2 lights near the grill. The grill looks like a giant scathing face, and like the 2 headlights look like eyes,
Oh,
and it looks
man.
like something demonic. There you
I've
go.
seen like a scene or 2 from that.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
It was
That's
intense,
brilliant.
actually.
That is
Alright, so getting back to topic, I think another aspect that we didn't really explore is like consequences and control. it's kind of like, this is the old Christian bent, and I'm going to pick on Christians because you guys suck. But
jeez Louise, man.
I'm sorry. Individually, I'm sure most of you are awesome, but your religion is silly. Demonstrably so. And the disembodied voice commands you to listen. But anyway, it's the idea that you need to create the illness and then claim you're the only cure for it. So have a whole bunch of sexually frustrated teenagers, and the reason they're sexually frustrated is because their religious instructors told them to be. And then they're just like, I have all these repressed feelings, what do? Put it into religion. Worship more, pray to God. He'll make you feel better.
Think about Jesus more.
So it's like God fuel.
It pretty much is. It's just like, we're going to make you feel this way, and then we're going to be the only ones that can make you not feel this way anymore.
They propose a cure to a disease that they created.
Exactly. That's the point. That's the whole original
Every
sin,
man's battle.
salvation, all that nonsense. It's not every man's battle. Oh, if you actually saw like the beginning of this movie, it's just so stupid. It's like okay.
I saw it on Cult of Dusty.
Yeah, I saw the beginning on Call of Dusty YouTube channel. It's awesome. But it's like, okay, so here's how it opens. It's like a whole bunch of kids in a room with this like pedo-esque teacher. He has like a wicked mustache. And I'm sorry for mustached people, but seriously. It's not the 70s anymore.
Well, you have
Anyway.
a beard too, so it's alright.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have a beard, it's fine. Times change, don't judge me. Anyway, he's just like, if you ever have the urge, I'm gonna like summarize like crazy. He's like, if you ever have the urge to masturbate, come find me.
What?
Yeah.
If you ever have these unhealthy feelings, come find me and I'll help you with them.
Oh,
Then he's
Sounds
like,
very
sounds very
creepy.
bad. And then he's like, all right, that makes sense. And then they go about their days, and then at a library.
Yeah, that's.
This guy comes up to his kid. This guy comes up to one of his friends, and he's like, "Hey man, what are you doing here?" It's like, "Oh, I'm studying, whatever." And he's just like, "Oh, I'm trying to scope out chicks at the library."
That's where we all hang out.
Like I don't want to be rude because being overweight is not a big deal, but this was not an attractive individual that says like I'm scoping out chicks. His like chest is the size, like he's as wide as a barn.
He
as,
has
like,
his
a
own
door.
pair of boobs.
It's just like he's not looking for chicks.
Hey,
I'm
you
sorry.
know what they say about fat people in bed?
I don't care what
They-
you say
no,
about fat
they-
people in
they
general.
actually-
Richard.
It's actually.
No.
Thank you, David.
Bad Richard. Anyway, the story goes on. He's inviting his friends to drink special buzz juice, which is
Buzz
beer.
juice?
It's beer.
Buzz juice.
Why don't they just call
I'm
it
gonna have
beer?
some buzz
Because
juice,
they're idiots.
If you know what I mean.
Buzz juice, yeah.
And he's just like, we're gonna surf porn and drink beer. Do you want to come over to my
Oh,
house?
so they
and do
refer to
this?"
porn, but they don't refer to beer.
No, but he doesn't really say porn. But
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter. He has some special videos,
Special videos.
which I don't think is the director's cut of Star Trek.
Wow.
Imagine if he went over there and was like, all right, ready for the special videos. He's like, oh yes. He's like, I decided to rent a Requiem for a Dream. And like,
No, but it's so ridiculous. He's just like, the kid goes home and then he starts getting like sexually frustrated and he's like, fine, I'm gonna go to my friend's house to go to a circle jerk or whatever the hell they're doing.
Oh my god, no.
It's a bunch of dudes, like, okay.
Are you kidding me? Are there people who actually do that shit?
No, you see, like, okay,
movie
so
is this again?
this
Circle jerk.
no, they don't say that out loud, but it's a bunch of guys getting together to watch porn together.
To masturbate together.
I'm not saying that's what they're doing.
What movie is this again?
What movie is it? What's it called?
Every man's struggle.
Wow.
It's every man's struggle not to go with other men and watch porn.
No, what's great, what makes this so amazing is the end of this video, or the end of this like clip of it. The guy finally figures out, you know what, I don't want to go to my friend's house and masturbate. I'm gonna leave instead. And it shows his friend, and he looks pissed. He's just like, how dare you not hang out with me with your pants off? I'm going to drink my beer and scowl at you as you leave my house.
Buzz juice.
And then he immediately goes to his pervy teacher's house. And this is what Christians think people go through.
And he gets molested. Yeah.
We don't know that. For all we know, he actually is a very well-meaning teacher. But seriously, 20 seconds left. Thank you, Internet, for indulging us with your presence. No idea where this conversation was going, but if you want your sexual education, do not look to religion. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. We are the Director of Society. Email us, friend everyone. I don't care what's going on. Goodbye.
Earthworms.